We're off to Portugal. We haven't been on a plane together for 2 long years.
I was desperate for some sunshine.
And we never got on the plane because I lost my passport. And then when we got there,
I lost my signal and couldn't find the Airbnb.
we wandered around for about an hour and a half.
It was a joke.
And we were actually directly, we parked next to
straight opposite it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
next day, we knew it was on a river, so we set off down the river and we were going to find the famous beaches, weren't we? And
I just explored. It was quite a long walk. It was nice. We saw all sorts of nice things on the way.
Lots of boats. Bit disappointed it wasn't a boat trip for us, but we saw the customs house and it didn't take long before we hit the beach with its tsunami warning.
It had a really nice boardwalk that just wound its way along past loads of cafes.
Yes, we were looking for lunch by this point. We thought these cafes would have it, but they were really bars for boozing. So we went up the cliff. You can see how big the beach is. And why did we go up the cliff, Mel?
Because I'd looked on TripAdvisor. We found a fantastic local restaurant called Servival. And it took us a while to find it, actually.
Very anonymous.
But it was just an anonymous local place.
Best food.
It was amazing.
Best food ever, yeah.
It was just fantastic welcome to the holiday, wasn't it?
And then we went back down onto the beach to our favourite little red bar. And then what we worked out is, that's a hole next to Mel. You could actually go from beach to beach through all of these various different...
Yeah, we either went round the outside or we went through the middle.
It was an adventure. It was wildly exciting. And
just paddled our way back.
Yeah, and you can see how kind of beautiful the colours were. So we actually went through that hole and we emerged.
Popped out the other side.
Oh, it was fantastic, yes. That's a cool job if you can get it. And then we worked our way back up the river. And we'd had one fantastic meal and I think we decided to go off for another fantastic meal.
We did. We went out locally.
So we were pretty happy about it. It's first day. Second day, it was a famous castle, but before
Jac
castle...
Jac loves a castle.
And Mel loves Portuguese custard tarts, so there we go, up to the castle. What do you think of the castle?
Yeah, it was great. It was great in it, but it was also great from the other side. We'd seen that there was a good spot to
we worked that out. It's a
the
Moorish castle to start off with. Then we had a trip going up the mountain. We were going to find... There were some beautiful plates on the restaurant wall. This is the pottery here. But did we find the beautiful plates?
No, but you found a nice... freshly squeezed.
Yes. So we went back to the river on the other side of the river, and this is where we were going to eat. I went off for a little walk to this church. And Mel, what do you want to do, Mel?
I want to go swimming. It was so peaceful.
Mel goes swimming. I have to go swimming. And
it's in the mouth of the river, and it was as sun was going down. It was just perfect. There was no rough waves. It was just.
It was idyllic, wasn't it?
It was idyllic.
You can see the colours now all kind of coming out. So that was the end of our second day. We went to this rather quirky restaurant.
It was very
food not so good, but quirky, high on the quirky.
And someone was playing music as well. It was great.
Oh, that's right. They were playing music, weren't they? So some famous beaches round the corner. So we set off for them, found a huge beach, and then we started hunting for another restaurant.
Yes, well, more sardines. Would have been rude not to again.
More sardines. And then we knew there were famous beaches just round the corner, but there was also a famous fort. So we found the famous fort, and it was Magnifico, actually,
wasn't it? We had to indulge you, Jack. And it was really worth it.
It reminded me of the fort at St. Maur's. And
it was fantastic. It was a really nice little spot as well to see what was going on around the bay.
And the next day we set off walking again.
Portimao Old Town, we decided we ought to explore a bit more of where we were.
And then once we'd done that, we went off over the bridges.
Yeah, walked over back to Ferragudo, across the footbridge.
Yeah, it wasn't too pretty kind of going down the road. There's some nice bit of street art going on. I think we saw a donkey at some point.
We knew what was waiting. Oh, yes, this was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But we knew what was waiting for us, and it's a very sweet little place.
Yes.
And we just decided to go and have lunch there and just explore. Very popular.
And that's how we got home. We got the ferry home, so that was all pretty good. And then we went back to where we went the very first evening and sat by the fountain. And
cheap red.
Cheap red. It was actually delicious cheap red. Last day, we had to pack up.
Yeah.
Made sure we had our passports. And then we went to Lule.
On the way back to the airport, covered market.
Famous covered market, yes. So that was all very good. And it had all the things you'd expect. There were locals there, weren't there? It wasn't a tourist market as much.
No, it was local market.
So we thought that was excellent.
Yeah, it's just good to see.
Yeah.
It's the way things seem to be going. They'd actually built it. It was purpose built, wasn't it?
Yes,
but it's in the style.
It looked Islamic, but it wasn't. And of course, all these. And then back on EasyJet.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we all got COVID on that EasyJet. Good holiday?
Good holiday.
Good holiday.
Good holiday.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Bye-bye.